States military is no longer going to be recruiting at a prestigious black engineering.
So Trump just passed that into the law. The United States military will no longer be going to recruit black because apparently black people are DEI. But that's not it. Look this up. Black American men are the most overrepresented men in the military. Right now, if white men decide to start a civil war right now, we will fuck them up 10 ways from Sunday. The number of black men that are militarily trained in America is fucking outrageous. I am one of them. I am a fucking Marine Corps veteran. Do you know what it takes to be a Marine? Put 10 football fields. I can hit the target from 10 football fields, yes. From 1,000 yards, I can kill anybody from a fucking 1,000 yards. Do you know how many of me exist in the United States? Donald Trump is trying to make sure there is no longer a militarized black men. People who don't understand this will hear this and be like, oh my God, yeah, no more black people in the military. No, they were training us. Now they realize they have trained the people they're trying to oppress, and they cannot do that. So they need to make sure there are no more militarized black men.
We have some big news right now. The United States military is no longer going to be recruiting at a prestigious Black Engineering Awards event following Donald Trump's anti-DEI executive order. According to military.com, the United States Army and other service branches will no longer be recruiting this year at the Black Engineer of the Year Awards, or BEYA, B-E-Y-A. It's an annual conference that draws students, academics, and professionals in science, technology, engineering, and math. And historically, it's been used to help recruit some of America's best and brightest in the military and the Pentagon. Well, now after Trump's anti-DEI executive order and Pete Hegseth essentially telling the Department of Defense it can no longer observe Black History Month, it's no longer going to be recruiting from this pool of highly qualified and talented applicants. I'll do a full breakdown shortly on my Substack of what this all means. As always, comment below your thoughts, spread the word, follow along for all the news you need to know about. And if you want to read the full story on the military no longer going here, go to military.com. It has everything there.
Army General told military.com on the condition of anonymity to avoid retaliation. To avoid retaliation, this active duty general had to remain anonymous. Here's the headline: military drops recruiting efforts at prestigious Black Engineering Awards event. Now, take a step back before I read from this. The narrative by Republicans, the narrative by Donald Trump and other racists, yes, other, including him, others who are racist, is that DEI just wants to hire any black body, whoever. Just, get them in there. They're black. That's good enough. They act as though qualification has nothing to do with it. That it's just the color of your skin. And that actual qualified white people get boxed out of jobs so that an unqualified black person or gay person or trans person or woman or name your hated group by Republicans so they can get the job. That's what they would have you believe, right? So why, in this case, would they pull out of a prestigious Black engineering event that I think they said was like ripe with talent? It's the most dense talent venue or something like that is how they describe it. You're turning down the possibility of hiring wildly talented, wildly intelligent, wildly skilled candidates for jobs within the military only because they're black. It's the reverse of what they claim, because they're liars. They're racist, white supremacists. They've allowed the white Christian nationalist agenda to take hold, and now they have Pete Hegseth, a white supremacist, as the Secretary of Defense, to put this into action. And as I talked about in a previous video, the makeup of the military is just about 50-50 white and then minority groups. Latino, Asian, Black. Roughly 50-50.
You know what's funny about this comment? It's number one, I know this is a troll. It's probably some limp, micro, penile ass white man who can't look down and see it, hiding behind a Spider-Man profile in order to spew racism, right? Because he's too cowardly to show his real face and speak with this conviction with everyone being able to know exactly who he is. But it's funny because we know why HBCUs exist. We all know why. They don't exist to exclude white people. They exist because they excluded us. But this is common knowledge. They know this. They understand this. They just say shit like this to rile you up. But the funny thing is, and I know he's trolling, but there are a lot of white people who probably do believe this. They actually believe this, right? And the funny thing is, next to black people, the number 2 highest enrollment at HBCUs is fucking white people. That's the crazy part about it, right? When you look at the numbers, white people are the second highest enrolled rate at HBCUs. And why do they go to HBCUs? They come to HBCUs when, number one, they're not smart enough to get in their PWIs, or number two, they're too poor to afford to get into those PWIs. And it gets even higher as far as enrollment when you start looking at graduate programs. See, they'll come to HBCUs because, you know what? I know I couldn't get a scholarship playing at these PWIs, but they'll give me one to go play at the HBCU. And you know them black folk love a good white person to come to the cookout too. So we can go dance and join all their fraternities and sororities and be in their sports teams, and we can get all the benefits and the clout and the prestige that comes with being at a HBCU. You know what I'm saying? And still be white. Because the crazy thing is, those HBCUs don't exclude white people. Even though I believe that we need to treat y'all like y'all treat us, right? I don't believe in that goddamn turn the other cheek. It's eye for an eye over here, big dog. But we don't, and I wonder why.
I've been coming across this quite a bit lately, and I've been having discussions, we'll say, with others who, for some reason, think that DEI means not qualified. That's not what it means. Just because you're a DEI, and by the way, anyone who's not a straight white male is a DEI. So get that straight right now. Because I'm arguing with a woman who's saying she's not DEI, she's highly intelligent. You're fucking DEI, bitch. No matter how many times you try to tell me you're not, you're fucking DEI, because you're not a straight white male. Get it in your head. But DEI does not mean not qualified. It doesn't mean that. It just gives someone who maybe wouldn't be seen to be seen. You still have to be qualified to get the job. This just keeps people from saying, nah, that's a woman, I ain't gonna fucking hire her. Or, nah, he's black, so fuck him. That's all it does. You still have to be fucking qualified. So anybody who's using DEI to mean unqualified is just a racist fucking pig using that word instead of the N-word. That's all you're doing. You're not fucking fooling anybody. So knock it off.